Flosstube. My name is Becca, and I am SamBrie Stitches here on Flosstube and Instagram. This is another special edition of Interview with a Flosstuber. Today I'm here with Milka. I'm very, very excited. Her Flosstube channel is called Mega Stitches. She's a newer Flosstuber, and she has such a positive personality, always smiling through her videos. I've gone back and watched a few because I'm a little bit newer to her channel as well. And she stitches beautiful pieces, and every so often we get a little sneak peek of her fur baby in the videos, which I absolutely love.
Oh,
She also records her videos in English and Spanish, which is really cool. So I know how much it is, how difficult it is to record in English and then edit and do all that stuff, but doing it twice is very impressive. So
yeah,
that's really neat. But how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I spent the day basically working, and then I got here, take a nap, and then I'm ready for you.
Ready for the interview. All fired up. All right, So let's jump into the questions. The first one is, why did you start a Flosstube, and were there any particular motivations?
Well, the reason why I started a Flosstube was mainly to kind of help other people that don't know how to cross stitch, to give them like little tutorials, also to record my journey. That was mainly the reason. I never heard anything about Flosstube, so it was very cool when I found out. So it took me a couple months before I started my own, but
build the courage up. Yep. Right there with you. Yeah. Well, that's really neat. Your channel is, I really enjoy your channel. Like I said, I've gone through and watched your videos as well. So I'm glad that you started a Flosstube and that you are more comfortable, with doing the videos. So
yeah, slowly.
I know. I think I just hit a year not too long ago, and it's still nerve-wracking to sit in front of the camera and just talk to the camera. So I totally get it.
It is.
So the next question is a subscriber question, and they were just looking for any Flosstubers that had a blog.
I do not have a blog. I guess like a lot of people do, I use Instagram as a blog. You just post every little progress picture there.
Yep, so I do the same thing. Flosstube and Instagram are basically the new blogs, I guess.
Yeah.
So how did you learn to stitch, and how long have you been stitching?
Well, I have been stitching since I was 9 years old. It's like about 21 years, but I haven't been stitching daily, right? Like off and on and off. And I learned stitching with a lady that I saw in a beauty salon. We were with my mom, and we were doing our hair, and I saw her cross stitching, and I'm like, so what is this? And I was like a little girl, very curious of everything. And she told me, yeah, this is cross stitch. Do you want to learn? Do you want to go to my house? And that's how I learned. My mom didn't know anything about cross stitch, neither my grandma, like nobody in my family cross stitches that I know of. So yeah. And I learned with her.
Did you keep in touch with her after she taught you to, oh look, there she is.
Yeah. She likes to sit in the window, so that's why the window's so right next.
Yeah, look at I love it. Anyways, did you keep in touch with the lady that taught you to cross stitch, or?
I don't. No. I have no idea where she ended up, but yeah, I don't keep in. Yeah,
it was just like a twist of fate or something like that, where you were just getting your hair done and just randomly.
Oh yeah,
that's so neat.
Who knows if I go back to Dominican Republic and I find her randomly, because the country is not that big. So,
yeah, that's really neat though. So what is your favorite project that you've stitched so far?
Well, I mean, I started cross stitching this year in March, so I don't have many stuff, but I like this one that I have right here. It's not even FFO or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
It's like a beautiful elephant, and she's sitting there. It's trumpet, you know, the music, the colors, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. And it was a kit. It was a kit that I bought, that I got when, you know, when I started again with the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems to be everybody's time that stitching kind of picked up, was right around the March time frame of this year, so
Yeah.
2020. But that is gorgeous. The colors on it are beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I have a couple different, but that's like the one that I can say, oh wow, I did that. You know?
Yeah, yeah, you should be proud of that one for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
what do you enjoy most about stitching?
I I think the best part about stitching is that I can shut my mind, and it gives me more patience. I remember my husband started cross stitching a little piece, and he's like, I'm gonna cross stitch this for you because you're just cross stitching for everybody, but then nobody gives you anything. And I'm like, well,
Oh,
I mean, you know, and he started cross stitching a piece, and it was a little kit from Dimension. And he's like, how do you have patience for this? He just is there, is halfway done. But yeah,
oh,
I think it does give me a lot of patience. It calms me down, and it shuts, like, you know, thoughts and stuff
hmm,
that and your everyday, you know, like you think and stuff like that. It
yep.
shuts it down.
It quiets your mind. I think a lot of people feel the same way about stitching, especially after
Hmm.
like a long stressful day. You know, you can come home and you're just focused on counting and focused on those symbols, so it really helps for sure.
Mm. Yep, it
Yeah.
does.
So we're going to get out of stitching a little bit and learn a little bit
Okay.
more about you. And the next question is, what's your favorite genre of book or movie?
um I like mystery, and I also like fiction, romance. That's it.
Ah, the romance. Rom.
Yeah.
I like the rom-coms, like the romantic comedies type of.
Ah, I love comedy. What?
Yeah,
How could I forget about that? Yes, comedy.
yeah, those are always the best.
Yeah.
Um, do you have a fictional place that you would most like to go to?
Atlantis.
Oh, that's a new one I've not heard. Very cool.
Yeah. I just like all the water, and like it's just a beautiful island, and weird stuff is happening there. I just
Yeah.
love it. And then I can say Hogwarts. I mean, who doesn't?
Harry
You know.
Potter is a very popular one. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think the majority of people that I've interviewed, there's a huge chunk that, we could all just get together and, head on over to Disney World or wherever and go to Harry Potter land.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a fun field trip someday.
Hopefully, let's see what we can do.
I
Who
know,
knows?
right? That would be a blast. Um,
I know.
so the next question is kind of a fun one. If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be?
I think I don't know, fly to the moon and see Earth and the galaxy.
That would be cool. That'd be really neat. Go up in
Yeah,
like a
I love the
spaceship.
universe, so yeah.
Oh, that's cool. My younger daughter just got into all of that, like the planets and that kind of thing. So
Oh,
that's
that's
pretty
nice.
neat. Yeah, I think it'd be a
Yeah.
blast to fly in a rocket ship and kind of go see space
Damn.
from up there.
Yes. It's just beautiful. It's just like incredible.
Yeah,
Like you see it in movies, and it's like, wow. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Peaceful, serene, just oh, awesome.
Hmm.
All right. So do you have any other hobbies besides cross stitch?
I do. I sing, I dance, I play the piano. I used to
Oh,
dance
wow.
ballet. Yeah, I have a bunch of hobbies. I think I was a very busy kid.
Well, that is a good thing, though.
Yeah, my mom was like, I was like, Mom, I want to do this. And she's like, Are you serious? You have like all these things full, your schedule's full. I'm like, "Oh, but I want to do it." Yeah. I also like to swim.
Oh,
So,
nice.
mhm.
goes along with the Atlantis little getaway
Yes,
there too.
yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, that's neat. No, I haven't heard of very many people who, do anything other than like the fiber arts through these interviews. So that's really impressive, singing and dancing and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I
It's
used
good
to
that.
teach salsa.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah,
Cool.
I used to teach salsa like for like basic salsa in college, and I had a lot of students. They were doing good, but I don't do it anymore. I just enjoy it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Hmm.
That's so cool. It's always good to be busy as a kid. Nowadays, a lot of kids, are home and have electronics and all that stuff and don't really do a whole lot of like
Yeah.
sports and extracurricular activities. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we? This is a fun one. How would your
Okay.
friends describe you?
I don't know how to say this word in English, so I'm gonna say it in Spanish, and hopefully you can pick up. It's called extrovertida or extrovert or something like that,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and passionate. I think that's the two words that I've heard the most from the my friends that I've asked in the past week.
Those are very good. You're a people person and yeah,
Yeah, I
very
like
cool.
to talk to like some people are scared to talk to random people. I
Mhm.
am not scared about that. Like I can be, I don't know, in a coffee shop. Oh, how are you? You know,
We
I don't
need
know.
more of people like you nowadays, more people that are friendly and that are, open to meeting other people and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
it's a very good
it's
trait
good.
to have, especially now.
Yeah.
Uh, how do you prefer to stitch? Do you use like a hoop, a Q-snap, a scroll frame, that kind of stuff?
I use, if I'm, uh, it depends. If I'm stitching on even weave, I use hoop, sorry, Q-snap and a floor stand. And I use the KS Creations
Oh,
floor
okay.
stand. And then if I'm stitching in hand, I don't use any kind of hoop or anything like that. And yeah.
I love my case creation because I got that. It's a lap stand and it's amazing. I love it because now I can two-handed stitch. So those stands are
Hmm.
awesome for being able to stitch a little bit faster.
I like it a lot because I move a lot while I'm stitching. I can't stay still for too long.
Yeah,
So I can adjust it however I want. It's not just like up and straight,
stuck.
like I
Yeah,
can do, it has many angles. So I
yeah,
like it.
that's nice. I know that you like to stitch a lot of like the mirrors and stuff like that. Do you stitch those in hand or do you put those on the Q snap and frame?
I That's a tricky question because, well, it depends. If the linen is stiff, like not loose, I
Uh-huh.
can stitch it in hand. I can just roll my fabric and put a needle minder so it just kind of curves it and I can stitch it. But
Okay.
if it's too soft or if it's even weave, when I dye it, it's so soft, I have to use a Q snap. A Q snap, yeah.
Yeah. And you dye your own fabric majority of the time. I know you mentioned that in some of your videos. So,
Yes, I bought when I since this whole it's like everything is new for me. So since I started, I bought like maybe four fabrics that were hand dyed by, like the regular companies,
mhm.
and then I was like, "Ooh, this is too expensive for me. I can't afford it." And Joann's is right there. I looked some videos up and I dye myself, and
Oh,
it's
impressive.
pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I really like it.
Yeah, I have not ventured out to do that yet. That's something that I want to do, but I just haven't yet. So
Well, I
you're
mean,
braver than I.
you do many FFOs, and you do a lot of cool things with that. So
Yeah. Well,
I'm
thank you.
still learning.
You do the awesome dyeing, I do the FFOs. It's a good
Yes,
balance.
there's a balance right there.
Yep. So where is your favorite place that you've traveled and did you bring stitching along when you went?
No, I didn't bring my stitching. as I was not stitching at that moment.
Mhm.
But my favorite place was the Samana Bay. Is in the northwest area of my country, Dominican
Okay.
Republic, and between December and March, the whales come from the North America, to that
Oh,
spot to give birth. So you can go in a boat and see the whales like right there.
that is
It's
so cool.
is very beautiful. I really like it. And the town is like very small town, and the houses are like very colorful. It's like, yeah, I like, that's my favorite place that I've
Uh,
traveled.
that sounds like a place where I'd want to travel. We get
Yeah.
like whales coming in here to our inlet every so often, and I've not got lucky to see them at all. Like, it breaks my heart because I'll see like Facebook posts that they were here an hour or two ago. I'm like, what? Like 10 minutes from me? So that's so cool. Aw.
Yeah, sorry that Luna's whining. She's every time she hears me talking with someone, she starts. That's her
Yeah,
way
she
of
wants
like, pay
attention.
attention to me.
Yep. I
Yeah.
saw her like looking up at you. So cute.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next question. And it is, what can you not do without for your stitching? Like your favorite go-to must have besides all the basics.
Okay. Um, I think a grime guard if I'm stitching in a Q snap, and a needle minder if I'm stitching in hand.
Okay.
That's like my best favorites.
So needle minders, because I know a lot of people who stitch in hand prefer not to have a needle minder on there because of like the weight. And I know you had mentioned like it curves the fabric or something. Do you
Hmm.
use smaller ones or does it matter? You're just comfortable with any needle minders? Just curious
I
because
use like a I use like a medium one.
okay.
I try that they're a little bit heavy, not too heavy, but some weight. So I don't. Oh, I think I have an example here. So here is like when I stitch in hand. I
Okay.
put it like this. I roll it, and then this is my stitching. And right here well, in the bottom, I'll put my needle minder.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I stitch up instead of down. Many people stitch down.
Down, yeah.
So I'll stitch up, and I don't mess with my stitching in the bottom.
That's cool. Okay, that makes sense with the visual. Yeah, that's neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is a fun one, and it's, how do you decide on what you're going to work on next?
Mm, I don't know. I have to go to like even heaven and earth designs. If I go to I have to go through all the artists and see, if I try to see their picture, their profile picture, and if I like it, I'll be like entering that. Yeah, because I'm new, so I'm
Yeah.
still like learning all these artists. But I really like Amy Store, like all her stuff. And then on Etsy, I have a couple stores already that I've liked, and I just check the updates
Let's see
and
what's
see
there.
what calls me. I'm a very, it's, and all you guys are enablers. So
That's true. All the floss tubers are definitely enablers. 100%.
yes,
Do you have a lot of whips going on? Because I know you like to stitch some of the bigger uh, patterns and stuff like that. So,
yes. I was preparing for No New Starts 2021. I've been preparing for a couple months now, and I have 144 webs.
whoa.
Yeah, I started in March this year, and I
Uh,
have 144 whips, and 40 of them are full coverage. So
oh, you got your work cut out for you.
yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna end up. I don't know if I'm gonna finish ever, but I'm a process person, so
Yeah,
I don't mind how long it'll take me.
just enjoying just stitching to help you kind of calm your mind and relax. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
144. We'll definitely be busy with the no new starts. There's so many people doing no new starts 2021. I don't think I could do it. I don't know. I think I could probably do it for like the first month or two, with what I
Mhm.
have, and then I would want to start all the things. So
Well, I mean, I don't know if I can do it either. I'm just like, oh, let's see how this goes,
I think it's a fun challenge. Yeah, I think it's a fun
Yeah.
challenge. So yeah. So we are down to the last question, and
Okay.
it's the best question. It's what's the best thing that has happened to you so far this year for 2020?
I got married.
That's awesome! Congratulations to
Yeah,
you.
that was the only good thing because and then I found cross stitch too. But my favorite thing is I got married this year.
That is
Yep.
awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. Um,
We couldn't do a ceremony or anything because COVID stuff, but we did like the legal part. We're
yeah,
gonna have fun later someday
yeah.
when
You
we
could do like
can.
a reception, once
Hmm.
you groups can happen again. But
Yep.
you got married, I think, similar to me and my husband. We didn't elope, but we got married in a wedding shop, and we had two witnesses, and that was it. So you don't necessarily need a big old wedding to,
Yeah, definitely
yeah.
not.
So, but
But
yeah,
we're definitely like doing something else in the future. I told him like we gotta do our wedding party and
yeah.
stuff, so you better
You
start
could do
saving.
that for your 1 year anniversary. Just do a big old blowout party for your 1 year anniversary and do a
Yeah,
celebration
that's
then.
what we were thinking
Yeah,
about. Yeah.
that's exciting. And
Yeah,
he definitely
thank
sounds like a
you.
keeper since he started stitching. I still can't get my husband to stitch after 22 years of marriage. So congratulations on that one.
Okay.
No, that's awesome. So
Oh,
um
thanks.
yeah, but this was a lot of fun. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know your schedule is all crazy, so
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you taking a little time out to do this interview.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time to interview me as I'm so new. And I hope you have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.